Hello friends, I'm Alicia and I work at LACMA. Welcome to Andell Family Sundays Anytime. Hola amigos, me llamo Alicia y trabajo en LACMA. Bienvenidos a Domingos en Familia Andell cuando quieras. I am super thrilled to introduce artist Christine Marie, who will take us on a magical adventure with light. Estoy súper contenta de introducir a la artista Christine Marie, quien nos llevará en una aventura mágica con luz. Have you ever made a shadow puppet? Christine uses the same technique, but supersized. ¿Has hecho un títere de sombra? Christine usa la misma técnica, pero más intenso. Now settle in for the video. Ahora alístense para el video.
I had a powerful dream that night. It changed everything. My room filled with light. Then, darkness surrounded me. A spark appeared. It danced, bending back and forth, long and short, curling, twisting, and tumbling. Wow. I followed it into a long cave. We saw water and jumped. We landed in an ocean of light. We swam with multicolored light fish. We swam to the surface and sailed. Beyond the sea and into the cosmos of expanding stars. And a wild light eye. We circled a large star until clouds came, spinning and spinning until we were caught up in a whirlwind. It carried us away, then dropped us gently onto the forest floor. Rain came with lightning. We walked to my house, but I wasn't ready to go home. I wanted to continue this adventure. Spark turned into a ladder of light. We climbed and climbed and climbed to the sky. We flew around the world. We stopped on the island of Bali. We watched a puppeteer sitting under a flame, telling stories with shadow puppets. We walked around and from the other side watched the shadows. It was becoming early, and I needed to wake up from this dream. I said goodbye to my new friend. I told Spark I'd make a light story to tell everyone about this incredible dream. The beginning. Now I'll show you how to make your own light story. I think of these found objects as my ensemble. When I have a new story, I wonder if I can use the old house or the boat again and again. You can build an ensemble of objects, starting in the kitchen. Try out a basket, a strainer, a colander, usually used for spaghetti, but let's try it for shadows. Even look in the recycling bin. It's good to have a white screen or a light-colored wall. You can use butcher paper to make one. Now, I like to use moving lights in all of my artwork. Try a flashlight. It can make a little bit of a warbly shadow, but if you remove the reflector, you'll get a much more crisp shadow. A book light is fabulous, and this one has a battery. This is a light from IKEA. Now let's test out our found objects. Now let's look at that strainer. I see a little character with ears. If I add a little to it, look, so expressive. And that's the beauty of mystery. Ooh, the colander. What a surprise that it would be so delightful and reflective. The basket looks like a shadow basket. You can also turn it on its side. What about this plastic box? I think it looks like a glacier, something made of ice for an Arctic story. Houseplants. Now move the light through the leaves and you feel like the point of view of a bird. Or here's a butterfly puppet, gently moving over the branches. So beautiful. My work is also unique because I use reflective puppets. So just by taking a handheld mirror and holding it up to the light, we can get something like spark. Regular household foil. You may have to give it context, like jumping into an ocean or going into warp speed. I love color, and I think people are surprised to see colorful shadows. These are colored gels that you can buy. Also, gift baskets are often wrapped with different colored papers that are clear. You can try that. There's a transparency. They come in a box. You can write on these, you can cut them out, draw on them. They make incredible things in light. Don't try a pencil. It's not going to work in the shadow. You can use a Sharpie. Just be very careful when you use Sharpies, as they are permanent markers, so they will get on your clothes and on the walls, and they will never come out. They are the only marker that shows through colors onto a transparency. You may want to use puppets for your story. I have a collection of puppets from around the world. So beautiful. I use a lot of cardstock for when I do want to make puppets or things out of paper. And you can find really good cardstock in the recycling bin. This is a pizza box, cereal boxes. They all make fabulous materials for puppets. So you can make something very detailed like that fish. This is just a stencil, and I used the stencil itself in the story. Now, this is an X-Acto knife. You just want to be very careful because it does cut, but it can cut through paper. Ooh, and look at that. So we call the negative space, the area where the light shines through, and the positive space is the paper. This is an overhead projector, or an OHP. It has a light in the bottom and on the top a mirror, so it will reflect whatever you put on the surface onto the wall. So have fun making shadows, everybody, and please send all your images or any ideas or questions to me, and I would love to see what you guys are making. Have fun!
LACMA respectfully acknowledges that the land on which our museum is built and the region that we serve is the traditional and unceded territory of the Tongva, Tatakviam, and Chumash people. Los Angeles County has been and is home to many indigenous peoples. As an art museum and a collecting institution, LACMA recognizes the role such institutions play in the continual displacement of indigenous peoples and is committed to working to dismantle the ongoing effects of this colonial legacy. Christine and I filmed from our homes in Northeast Los Angeles on Tongva and Chumash land.